I figured I'd make a video about changing the headlamps on a Fisher. So this is a Fisher XV2 plow. This is a 2000. It was installed in 2015. It's on a 2016 Ram 2500, but it's a stainless steel XV2 with the headlights that are oval. It's a 2-bulb light. You have the not sure, maybe the turn signal on that side, and then the high and low on this one. I'm doing this because the guy next door who plows, we share a lot. I plow it. He gets paid. But was telling me that you're supposed to take these off in order to change the bulb. And these are the flimsiest pieces of plastic. So as a result, his plows have electrical tape all around the outside, ghetto style. And I explained to him, you actually access it from the back. There's, on this particular model, there are 3 Torx screws on here, 2 on the outside, on this side, and then 1 on the inside. On the opposite one, it's actually 2 on the inside, so it seems like it's a left-hand, right-hand thing, and then there's 1 on the far side there, like distally. So the proximal one's here. I'm just going to use a Torx. I think this is a T20. I'll pull it out and take a peek at it, but yeah, this is a Torx. So this is my Torx T20 bit, and then I'll take this out. And the reason I'm doing the video too is trying to access. So this side pops off pretty easy; it swings out. This side, let me see if I can get to it. This side, I'm going to tip over it. This side over here has a little hinge type of thing. Again, the Torx T20 is in here. This is a longer screw on this side as well. But this has a weird hinge that I keep thinking I'm going to break every time I open it, to the point where I forget that I've done this before. So I figured I'd do a video on it today. Sadly, the far side is the easier one to open and close, but this is the side that needs a replacement today. What I'm hoping to do, the actual plug that holds that bulb burned out. So I bought one of these on Amazon. This is just a I'll do a link in the in the description below, but hopefully this works. I'm not even sure if this wire is compatible. I know it's the same female side on this, but we'll see. So it's perfect. It's like cold out today, right before a snowstorm, and that's when you don't want to be doing all your plow repair work. But I'm just going to take this one out. I'm probably not going to be able to hold this at the same time, and then so this one, I feel like the other side is longer. These aren't magnetic tipped either, but I'm going to throw it in. Got my cup here, but it's more to show the control the far side on this, or the opposite side, because it's such a pain. This is difficult to do with holding the phone at the same time. I don't have one of my daughters here for this, but and I don't want to drop this because I'm fat, and I don't want to have to bend over for it, go belly up onto the truck. So pardon the video right here. So I have that one off. So again, now this one comes off easily on this side, but hey, it doesn't come off on that side. And there's something, hey, we know there's something going on over there. But this is the proper way. This is the proper way to access this stuff. If you, honestly, if you go from the front, if the plow's like in its first winter, you're certainly going to crack. You're going to crack these. There's just no point in doing that. It becomes too brittle after a season or two. So the opposite side, I'm going to try to do that now. So if I fall, that'll be funny. I'm standing up on the middle part of the plow, just so you can see this. So it has 2 guides on top, and then what happens is there's a pivot swing over here. Initially, what I wanted to do is put jack a screwdriver in there and pop that out. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm just taking this out. I'm going to wiggle it a little bit up and down, and then it sounds like it's going to break, but I know it's not. I know it's just there's a little. I don't know if you can see it in there. Nah, I can't focus that at the same time. But basically what happens is this comes off by wiggling it up and down. It sounds like it's going to break. Again, it's not. What I did last time, and I'll probably do that right now, is I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver just to jam it in there and help it off. I'm going to put it in this area. So I'm going to stand up on here and here so I can show you guys a little bit better view of this side. So this is what it looks like. I have the 2 screws here. this little hinge thing is basically off, and I already tried to take this off, but I realized I needed a flathead screwdriver in here just to make me happy. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold this and do this at the same time, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to turn it away from myself. Like, so I'm turning it, this would be clockwise here. So like basically out this way, yoink. So again, yoink, like I'm popping that out that way. So I'm going to use this side as the brace, and basically what's going to happen is the two plastic clips in here, they meet up with the point on here. So let's see if I can do this with the, no, I can't. Let's see if I can prop this up here and see if I can maybe see that. That ain't happening. so I might just have to, you know what, if I can put this on this side, let's see if I can, there's got to be a way to get this up. I have another tool here. Let's see. Okay, that's not the best view of it, but we'll see what I'm doing here at least. So I'm going to hold the back. I'm going to try not to block this, but basically I'm going to do that same move here. And I'm just going to wiggle this out. It's terrible for the camera, I know. I'll try to do it from this side, but I don't think you're going to see any better. So I have it in here, and that's where I want to pop. I want to pop that side out here. Sounds like it doesn't want to. It does. What a pain in the ass this thing is. And I'm going to tell you why it's a pain in the ass. So just in general, you probably want to remove you probably want to remove this if any of you watching that actually realize that I only had the 2 screws in the you gotta be kidding me. I have 2 screws. This is ridiculous, right? This is real life. This is how dumb I am. That's a new truck anyway. Nope, no plow on this one yet. I just got the tonneau cover on that. I'll do a review on that backflip. I got the MX4 on that. But so you it's probably going to be easier for this thing to come out. I'm going to once I take the screw out. So, you know, this is real world stuff. I don't claim to be a mechanic or a handyman. Hey, live and learn. I learned so much from YouTube. That's kind of why I'm doing this. I learned how to basically take this one off the other day. So this might actually be the same size screw. I'm going to put this up here. Yeah, they're all the same size. It just it sits differently. So now this thing should pop off a little bit easier. I'll see if I can prop this. See if I can prop the camera back up and see if I can get a good angle at that, or at least a way to so you guys can visibly see what I'm doing. But I'm going to use the long. Oh man, put it in the comments if you saw that I forgot to do that. Honest to God. So I'm just going to pop this in here. This thing's going to come right. This thing's going to come right out like that. So basically, I just kind of pulled it out. And what it is, is I'll bring it over here. Coño. So what it is, there's two little clips on this thing. And what they do is they meet up with this side. So if you can see this, so basically this side would come in here. It pops on those 2 clips like this. This is a terrible camera angle, but I don't really know how to get in there any better. Try maybe from the top. I'll show it from the side, and then I'll show it from the top. The little the little hooks here. I'm going to pause that so you can see the little tabs that I'm trying to click in. So see those arrows right there that I just put on? So those tabs are going to come underneath and grab the back part of here, right in through here, and they're basically just going to walk in. So I'm going to put this in, line that up, and it's going to walk in. It's not going to work right now because you gotta have it at an angle here. So almost like that, and then it's going to pop in like that. And then those hooks basically flap over on the side. So they're going to be on the inside. Terrible view of this. But basically when it goes back on, it's like that. When it comes off, it's like that. But basically taking that off that way is pretty much the safer way. Like, again, this is like brittle old stuff, and it's just not something I I would trust, because they're going to end up with a new headlamp assembly on that thing. But so in any event, this is where I want to get to. I want to change this connection here, and I'm not even sure if mine is the correct one, but we're going to see that and we'll check it out. Here's the back of the assembly. Again, this is that side that has the 2 clips, and if you can see, they have little. Let me grab something to point with. They have the little tiny. They have the little tiny like arrowhead top. It's terrible focus, sorry. See if I can get that. There it is. They have that tiny little arrowhead focus thing, and the arrowhead like gripper in through there. And again, the other parts are going to come in here. There's that the screw hole there, and the bottom one. And this basically, these act like hinges on a door, and that's how I was able to take that thing and open it up that way. In general, you know, this isn't weather safe in here, so you can see there's dirt, there's garbage, like not garbage, but just dirt, so stuff has gotten in. So what I'm trying to do is, this thing here burned out, so I'm going to just pull this. In order to take this out, you just basically turn that and you can pull it out. It has the bulb intact. I'm not going to show you that the bulb works. I tried it on the other side the other day and realized, hey, it's not an issue with that particular bulb. It's just an issue with the connector. So I'm going to pull this off. In general, to pull this off, it's just a release that I'm probably, see if I can pop this up here. See if I can do this for you. But I'm just going to pull this off. There's a release on this side, but it's just going to come off. Basically wiggling it back and forth. Terrible video. This works so much better when I have an assistant. But all right, so the big thing on this is, when this is in, there's a clip that you push down here. There's a clip. I'll pause it so you can see the arrow, but there's a little thing that you can depress. Man, that focus is terrible today. You can focus it. Come on there. Basically, this part moves in, so the part that I'm pushing on now, and this is the part that unfortunately melted on mine. So you can see that middle thing. So the Fisher plow, they don't just sell the connector. Obviously, they're going to sell you the whole plow-side harness for that. It's $168, which is garbage. I'm going to see if these are the same. I'm hoping this is the same connector, but I'll have to check. All right, so these seem pretty identical from the front, the sides. Obviously, the new one has the tricolored pigtails, and the original plow has that. So I'll have to mark those when I do this stuff or I'll just do them one at a time. But I pre-stripped these, and then so I pre-stripped these. These came pre-stripped a little bit, but then I grabbed some Dryconn small waterproof connectors, and I'll probably tape this up too, because like I said, this isn't a weatherproof thing. I'm just trying to band-aid this for the Dorman, and then this truck is for sale anyway, and I'm getting a new plow for the other one. But I'm gonna wait until this one's sold, just because I need this for this particular storm. The thing I should mention too, it's a good idea to disconnect. I disconnected the entire, like I got the plugs here. I disconnected the plow from the truck, just because, I don't know, I just feel safer doing that stuff. I'm messing with the electronics, and I'll put it back together and just see if I'm going to check it and see if the thing actually attaches, the battery attaches to this in the first place. So I'll try to do that. Let's try to do that here for you. See if I can. Let's try to put that. Nope, it's not going to stay. Man, this sucks today. I need an assistant, basically. So let's try this without dropping the phone off the side. I'm going to basically make sure I can get in here. I'm going to try to plug these two. I'm going to try to plug these two things together. So I'm just going to see if it matches. So close. Nope, not a match. All right, that sucks. All All right, so wrong part. I'm going to show you this. I'll see if I can stack these on top of each other. This was a pain in the butt last time. But I'm going to stack them on top, and I'm going to show you why this is the wrong part. Although on the surface it looks almost the same. I'll leave a picture up right now because you can't see this stuff. But the what's going on is this side down low, where the groove is thin on the original side, thick on the left. And I'm opposite on this one. I'm thick and thin. So this is the wrong part. And that sucks balls. Back to the video portion again. The middle one is the one that didn't work. And notice how it's on the right side it's thin, on the left side it's thick. The one that I bought, on the right side it's thick, and on the left side it's thin. This one has a weird looking shape to it, but it's more of a universal adapter for that stuff. Again, this is just gonna slide in, so I'll show you how this works. I'll show you how this is the one. We don't care about this one anyway. But basically, in order to slide this one in, we're just gonna take the headlight here and here, and then what we'll do is, I'm gonna see if I can stand this up a little bit better. I'm gonna take the headlight here, and again, this is what the headlight looks like. And I'm just gonna slide it in. So it's gonna go in. It's gonna click too. Hear the click, and then basically that pops in here. So the way these ones work here is if you wanna pop that out, you actually have to release the lock. So the locking mechanism on this is here. It's not a push down one like the original one. So in order to do this, I just have a really thin, small like flathead. Basically, I'm just going to wedge it in there and just kind of wiggle it. So this, you can see that popping up. So that releases it. Now I can take the bulb out if I want to. Basically, I'm just going to slide off. Where it slides off is right here. So I'm just going to put that in there and kind of help it out. So there it is like that. But again, so it's a little tricky. My hands are enormous. But so this is going to come in, and you'll see the red thing drop down when it locks. Not so much, but it pushed it in that time, I think, because I've done it a couple times. So I'm going to wire this up, and I'm going to see if this works. Just from the most basic of things, I like to pre-twist the wires. I'm going to have to put it into the to that weather-safe holder. So I like to pre-twist them, so at least when I put it in, it's going to be a little bit easier on that stuff. So this is a little bit different than wiring with the wire nuts. And then what I'm doing is I'm doing these individually. So I've only cut one wire. That way I can't mess up the right, left, and center wires on this because they all correspond to the ground, the high beam, low beam on the controller. So that's what I'm doing. This is getting more difficult as my fingers are freezing. But so now I'm on green, and I got the middle wire from the old connector cut. So now I'm going green on this one, green to middle. So on these, just as an aside, on these weather sealed connectors, there's some sort of like jelly on the inside that it ends up getting on your fingers, and it makes it pretty slick. So now I'm on the third and final wire. The left one from the standpoint of this is brown, and it's going to correspond to if this were turned over, it's going to correspond to the left one on this side as well. So let's do that one. So another thing, the problem I've been running into, and it's probably because these are crap channel lock. I can't find my Klein ones, but this is what I had. So it's stripping the wire like half, and then the rest of it's sticking to it. So that's been a difficult. That's been difficult for me, especially with these freezing fingers. But what I've been doing is trying to peel this part off to free up the wires. I can't do it and hold the camera at the same time, but I'll show you in a sec. All right, so finished product. Got the lights on. This is the back of the harness now. We're gonna tuck those wires in, obviously, button that up. The bulb is twisted in, so that's good. And then bulbs are working. That one looks way better. I'm gonna try the high beams while I have it on, just to make sure. Let's try that. Let's see if the high beams are different before I close it up. one looks bright. This one looks brighter to me. I don't know. But it's all good. It works. So hopefully that's a temporary fix. I guess I should show how I'm putting this back on again. Again, this is the way it's coming on this way. So I'm gonna have to switch this up here. Sorry, need an assistant today. So what I'm gonna do over here, I hope you can see this, is I'm going to take those two tabs that we talked about before, those two tabs right there, and I'm flipping this over, but they're gonna tuck underneath this part right here, and then this and this clamp here are going to be on the outside of those. So watch as I slide this in this way. So the tabs are gonna be underneath. Tabs are underneath. I'm gonna see if I can get a better look on the other side. So you gotta have this pretty level with the plow. So that's in like that, and it's just gonna fold over, and it'll snap in too. So I'll do that in a sec. We're back half assembled here. This one, I had to wiggle this a little bit up and down in order to get the bottom part in, but it should be flush. Like it should be flush on that side. Otherwise it's not going to seal properly. And like I said before, this isn't a weather tight seal, which is why I use those things. But when I push this back as if I had done that, in general, you're gonna have the same small seam as the other side. Now, the key on this one is when it doesn't line up right, oh man, I can't screw that in. You need to look underneath. So underneath there's a little scoop for that wire, and mine's off. So I'm gonna move that scoop, move the wire over, it falls in. You can see on the bottom that allows it to sit flush. And now if I screw this in, or when I screw this in, this is going to be just as tight as the other side all the way around. So that's that little trick. Basically, I'll hold it here with one hand, and I'll wiggle the wire underneath just to find that little groove for it.